Shalom, shalom, Israel. I'm Officer Ari of IUIC Oklahoma. With me today I have
Janetta Williams.
My name is Dominique.
Dominique. Okay. All right. So let me ask you, who is Martin Luther King?
He's the dude that made history, and made us all come together as one.
I'm sure he was a very influential, very influential activist, right? He changed a lot of stuff for the black community.
Who was Martin Luther King?
I don't know how to put it into words. He did a lot for a lot of people, tried to encourage everyone else to come from a place of love and unity. Okay. Yeah.
Who was Martin Luther King?
He was a great civil rights leader.
Who was Martin Luther King?
Martin Luther King, he is a civil rights activist. You know what I mean? He's a pastor first. You know, he led the civil rights movement back in the 60s. You know, led a great movement to inspire black folks to come together in a peaceful protest, nonviolence, and just to get black people together. You know what I mean? To understand that we're better, we're stronger together than we are separate.
So what was Martin Luther King's objective? What was his goal? What was his mission?
Yeah, he wanted to bring everybody together, make everyone equal, literally. Like, black people, you know, we was going through stuff. We wasn't treated fairly, and he wanted us to, like, be treated fairly, literally as one. Like, everybody needs to be treated equally.
Okay.
Yeah, he just wanted to bring civil rights to the black community, just basically like she was saying, make sure everything was equal.
So Martin Luther King's dream, he wanted us to be equal, right? Okay. Did he accomplish that?
Yeah, I feel like he did. There'll still be some trials and tribulations, you know, to this day about, you know, some stuff that be happening. But I feel like he accomplished it. I mean, we ain't back in slave days, so yeah, he did a good job.
Yeah, I feel like if he was still alive, he could have accomplished a bit more, but I feel like he did enough.
Martin Luther King, you would say that he fought for equal rights,
Yes.
right? Okay. Did he accomplish that?
Somewhat, but if you bring it in today's light, you don't see it. We are united here, but not the rest of the world.
Okay, yeah. Just here in America, would you say that we're united, like he accomplished that? We're united as a people?
Somewhat, yeah.
Okay. So, with Martin Luther King's dream, right? With him teaching us to be equal to everybody, for, you know, he taught us to be integrated and stuff. How did that benefit the black community?
Ooh.
Or did it benefit the black community?
Honestly, it made it worse.
How so? I agree.
Because look where they moved the African community. Where is the other people at? Suburbs, gated communities. I mean, not that there's no gated communities in the black communities, but you know.
And our communities are what? We got potholes.
Yeah,
Is
a liquor store on every corner.
Right.
Casino. Well, not a casino.
Drugs.
Yep. There's like random.
Trash everywhere. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, ever since integration, it has failed the black community.
Yep.
That's what you're saying, right? Okay. All right, so what was Martin Luther King about?
Bringing everybody together to be one nation.
Okay. Bringing everybody together, being one nation, right? He taught us to be integrated, right? And equal opportunity and stuff like that, right? So let me ask you, did that benefit or did that hinder? Or let me ask you this. Did he accomplish that?
No, he didn't.
Why? Why you say that?
Because there ain't no one nation to this day.
Okay. So you saying we still divided as a people, right?
Right.
Okay. You just said something heavy, that last part. You said we're better and stronger together than when we are separate. Okay. So Martin Luther King, what was his objective? Was it for us to separate or was it us to unite?
Definitely for us to unite, for us to have an idea as a people to come together, not only just have that mindset where we have to be afraid or scarce and be a part of the environment that was corrupted during the Jim Crow laws, but be together and uprise and upkeep on the things of the movement that we're trying to work towards, which is the future that we live in today, you know, so for sure.
Okay, so he accomplished his objective, right? So would you say we're united today?
Most certainly. I mean, I feel like we are united, but we definitely have a lot more work to go towards versus like with everything that's going on, the current events, like you know, police, you know, brutality, racial injustices and court laws and things of that sort. So, I mean, we still have a long way to go, but yes, as a people, we are aware of being united, and we are more aware that we have to help each other, protect each other, have a voice for each other, and to be united, you know, and to live this life that we want to live truly in His dream and His image.
So, being united as a people, right? Yeah. Are we united? How can I say it? Did He teach integration, right? He taught us to be integrated, right?
Integrated, He did.
Okay. So, with integration, did that hinder or did that benefit the black community?
Well, that's a great question. I mean, I feel like it definitely has a lot of benefits. You know, it benefits us to having higher education, having a choice of seeing things that's outside of our atmosphere, just in our hood, you know what I mean? So when we go out, when we try to like meet or travel, I mean, I think those are the benefits that we could reap from. I mean, when you think of integration and you look at desegregation, you look at the black families as a whole, you know, you kind of see how we got separated over time where, you know, black father figures weren't in the home. You know, you look at the epidemic in the 80s, you know what I mean, with crack and cocaine, you know what I mean? So you see all these things that kind of separated us, but at the same time, us being integrated, it gives us a light, it gives us an ideal image of what we could overcome with objectives more than just, you know, being stationary and being not so included in everyday things, you know what I mean? So
I got you. So you would say that integration benefited the black community. That's what you're saying.
I would say it definitely benefited us in ways to move us forward in the future, yes.
So you say he could have accomplished a bit more, or if he was alive, you said?
If they wouldn't take his life.
Got you. Okay. So let me ask you, Martin Luther King's dream, right? Does his dream, because he was a reverend, correct? All right, so does his dream align with the will of God?
Yeah, I feel like it, yeah.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. You guys believe in the Bible?
I believe in some parts from the Bible. Not gonna lie, yeah.
Me too, some parts, yeah.
So if y'all don't mind, I'm just gonna read something for you because Martin Luther King, like y'all said, he was a reverend and stuff, right? So he had a dream that, you know, for all of us to be equal and stuff. And we want to know, does that align with the will of God? So we're going to read it out the Bible, all right? All right, give me Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. I'm sorry, you got Psalms 40 and 8? Read that, Psalms chapter 40 and verse 8.
This is Psalms chapter 40 and verse 8. I delight to do thy will, O my God.
So we're reading about the will of God right now, right? He said, I delight to do thy will. Read.
Yea, thy law is within my heart.
And the next thing he says that thy law is in my heart. So the will of God is for us to do his laws. Simply put, us just doing what he told us to do. He told us, you know, just like we obey the laws of the land now, right? We got to stop at the red light. You know, so we got to put our seatbelts on, you know. We got to throw our trash, can't just throw it on the ground. We got to go to a trash can. So we keep the laws now, right? The laws of the white man that he said. But just like that, we got to do the laws of God, what he told us to do, all right? Give me Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. Because, like you said, Martin Luther King's dream, he wanted us to be equal to everybody. We're going to see, was that the will of God? Read that, Deuteronomy 7 and 3. I'm at 7 and 6.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
So the Lord said we are a holy people, right? To be holy means to be set apart, right? Meaning we're different from everybody else. I mean, we can't do what everybody else do, right? We built different. You know what I'm saying? Read.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
He said, I have chosen you to be a special people unto himself. Read.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Did that say equal to?
Above, yeah.
It said what? Read it again.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So, did Martin Luther King, his dream align with the will of God, just based off what we just read just now?
Yeah.
You said
yes.
yes.
Yeah, kinda.
What you say?
I would say nah,
Why?
because God envisions us to be above everybody else.
Exactly.
Oh, well, yeah, true.
Read it again for the sister. Read it again.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
He said, I've chosen you. So if you go to the store, right, when you go down the cereal aisle, what's your favorite cereal?
Honey Nut Cheerios.
All right, so out of all these cereal boxes, you gonna choose your favorite cereal, right? Them Honey Nut Cheerios.
Yeah.
So what does that say about the rest of the cereal? That means they ain't good enough, right? Exactly. Read it again.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Now, that means you. You are a holy people. That's specific. Unto the Lord thy God. Read.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So that means that we're not below anybody. We're not equal to anybody. God says that we're supposed to be above all people upon the face of the earth.
I feel that. I mean, like, I feel like there's always been some sort of disadvantages. I mean, when you have like integration that came along where it separate the community of black folks, where our dollars were funded within our community. We had our own pharmacies, we had our own doctors, we had our own lawyers. Now you mix all that up, now we're like, we have no form of education. Like, we lost sight of our truth, kind of like our roots. We don't know where we actually originally came from, you know what I mean? So.
And you said something heavy. We were stronger together, right, when we were united. And we had the black dollar circling around the community. Now where are the black businesses today?
Exactly. I mean, there's very few, almost very few nowadays. You know
Where's the black Walmart, the black Target, the black gas stations, the black grocery stores? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So integration has hindered the black community because now we have to go to them for everything. Now we have to go to our enemy for one of all things. So just based off that scripture, right? Does Martin Luther King's dream align with the will of God?
No.
It don't, right?
No.
But he was a reverend, right? After reading what we just read, how do y'all feel about that? What do y'all feel about that? How does that make you feel?
I mean, honestly, think about Martin Luther King and then God. I like what Martin Luther King was going for because he trying to make everybody equal, not nobody different from nobody. God, I mean, he kind of like doing the same thing. Yeah, he kind of doing the same thing, but he still want some people above others, in my opinion. Like, it's certain people he want above. Martin Luther King just want everybody just plain out, simple, equal. Nobody different.
So let me ask you, how do you feel about what we just read?
I guess I would say after hearing what God said in the Bible, probably a little bit empowered.
You feel empowered?
Lifted, yeah.
And you should. You should feel special about yourselves because all our lives we've been told that we were no good, that we was niggas, thugs, predators, what they call us, super predators. Remember they used to say that? Like they used to, you know, women, you know, they ratchet, they call them, you know, bees and hoes and all that stuff. We've been told that we were, say again, I'm sorry, hold on.
Said they label us as thugs soon as we jump off the mattress.
Exactly. So we've been told all these things, these negative things, all our lives. Then to come back and to hear what God say about you, you should feel special about yourself, and you should, you know, that's something to be proud of. Last scripture says, and I'm going to let you go. Acts chapter 5, verse 29. Read that.
Acts chapter 5 and verse 29. Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey God rather than men.
So the scripture said we ought to obey God rather than men. God told us not to be integrated with them. He said don't touch the unclean thing. All right. God said the nation that's not desired, we have to learn how to come together and love your neighbor as you love yourself. And that's why Martin Luther King was fighting, like, you know, we not 3/5 of a man. You know, we equal, you know, to everybody. But God said that we above. He said we better than everybody. This is something that we didn't know. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we're here to teach, you know what I'm saying, teach our people. And I'm glad you stopped and took the time. Exactly, because you might not have heard that. Give me Deuteronomy 32. Deuteronomy 32 and 8. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 8. When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance.
So here go again. The Most High divided the nations. He didn't call us to be integrated. He didn't call us to unite with everybody and hold hands. Read it again.
When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, When he separated the sons of Adam.
When he did what?
When he separated the sons of Adam.
Did he say to unite?
Nope.
He said what? Read it again.
When he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel.
According to the number of the children of Israel. He set their bounds according to the number of the children of Israel. You know what the children of Israel is? The children of Israel is the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That's who the children of Israel today. The children of Israel, when you read about Moses, right? He came to deliver those Hebrews that were in slavery under the hands of Pharaoh. Remember that? Right. They were in slavery. Those were black men. So the Lord came to save those people just like he going to come save us, just like he going to come and deliver us. Right? Give me Lamentations. Lamentations 5. I want to show you something. Yes, sir. Okay. Acts 5 and 29. Read that.
Acts chapter 5 and verse 29. Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey God rather than men.
So the scripture said that we ought to obey God rather than man. I know Martin Luther King had a dream. He told us to be united and all that stuff. But the Bible said for us to be separate from everybody. Zephaniah 2 and 1, last scripture. All right. The Bible told us to be separate from everybody and for us to come together. Read that.
Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
So it didn't say come together with everybody. It said come together, O nation not desired. We're that nation that's not desired. We're the ones that's last hired and first fired. We're the ones that's at the bottom of society and stuff. We're the ones at the border of Mexico getting thrown in dog cages and stuff like that, right? Getting paid pennies and stuff, these low-wage jobs and stuff like that. We're those people, that nation not desired. We're the ones that got to come together. The black, Hispanic, and Native American man, we got to come together because we all got the same struggle. It's important that we know who we are, that, you know, not look at each other as if we different, and understand that we are brothers. We got, you know, like I said, we got the same struggle. We make up the majority of population in prisons. You know what I'm saying? So, you just got out of prison? Okay. Okay. So do you understand that you're not a black or Hispanic man? Do you know who you are?
Israel.
Say again?
Israel.
Exactly. And that's powerful, bro. Be proud of that, bro. All right? That's important that you know that, all right? Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
He said we shall serve who?
Thine enemies.
What does the Bible call the white man?
White over.
He said our enemies. That's what he said, right? Read.
In hunger and in thirst and in nakedness.
So the Bible said we have to go to them for hunger. So when we're hungry, we have to go to Walmart, Burger King, McDonald's, you know, so we have to get our food from our enemies, right? Okay. The Bible said we have to go to them for thirst. So when we thirsty, we drink a Dasani, Ozarka, right? You know what I'm saying? We don't own these things. Okay. And so we had to go to them for what? What else?
And in nakedness.
And in nakedness. So when you want to buy a jacket, some Nikes or some jeans, some glasses, we have to go to our enemies, right? There's not, the black dollar is not circling in the black community anymore. You know what I'm saying? We have to go to their businesses, you know. So we have to pay them, we have to give them our money, and they take that money and put their child through school, you know what I'm saying? We paying their tuition, you see what I'm saying? And now we left with the school system, with the old textbooks, you know what I'm saying, that don't never get replaced. Right. You know what I'm saying? Read it, finish it.
And in want of all things.
It said we have to go to our enemies for in want of all things. If you want a house, if you want a car, if you want a job, if you want medicine, if you want insurance, who do you got to go to?
The enemies.
It said the enemies, right? Read.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
A yoke of iron upon thy neck. We was in slavery. We had yokes of iron upon our neck. When you watch movies like Django and stuff like that, you see what those yokes of irons was. You know what I'm saying? That way we couldn't run away. Right? Read.
Until he have destroyed thee.
Until he had destroyed. So now we don't have yokes of iron on our neck anymore. That means that we're destroyed as a people now. You see what I'm saying? See how that correlates? Go back to Deuteronomy 32. I got 2 more scriptures and I'm going to be done. Deuteronomy 32 and verse 8. Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 8. When the Most High divided to the nations.
He did what?
When the Most High divided to the nations.
No, he united the people.
Divided to the nations.
No, he said, I have a dream that all people will come together and hold hands and.
Divided to the nations, their inheritance. When he separated.
When he did what?
When he separated.
Come together.
Separated.
United.
Separated the sons of Adam. He set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel.
You know who the children of Israel is? You're the children of Israel. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we come from the nation of Israel. The nation of Israel was who Moses came to deliver under the hand of Pharaoh, and they were black. You understand? That's God's chosen people. That's who we are. We're not African American. You're not going to find African American in the Bible. You're not going to find black man in the Bible. All right? So we come from the nation of Israel, and that's important that you know that and know who you are.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
We used to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.